Good afternoon, evening, my fellow hustlers. I'm out here, getting some work done, organizing my week, trying to plan a little bit for for the near future. Schedule's looking a little rough, but we'll get through it. One thing I wanted to walk in today too, because I had a great opportunity. First of all, today's October 14th, 2023. I had a good opportunity today to talk to one of my creative mentors. Right, the man's a former CEO and president of a very large Fortune 500 company. Right, a public company has multiple shareholders. Actually, this company has, I think it's the largest shareholder-owned company in Pennsylvania. Either way, William Spence. I'm sure you can look up him. Bill Spence. You can look him up. Very interesting man. Interesting man. Looks definitely more calm and docile now. Damn girl. Looks more calm and docile now than I saw him when he was working. He was definitely a killer, definitely a hustler, and I like to learn from people like that. Him and I had an interesting conversation. I had a few questions for him that I'm not gonna, obviously dive too deep into now. But a few of the things that I talked about to him were, where was his focus in his 20s? Right, where was his focus in his 20s? For perspective, just sitting on my bag. That's how you feel. For perspective, he's probably around 60-ish years old now, maybe 70 something. So his 20s were like, I don't know, 70s, like the 80s, 90s, whatever, right? That was when he was hustling. Things are different now, especially for larger companies, right? If you worked at General Electric in your 20s and 30s when you were younger, or worked at PP&L when you were younger, and you were set. You got the pension, you got shares, things were booming. You could sit at that company for 20, 30 years, and they will make you, they will make you wealthy. They will make you a high level functioning individual. The decorated career that Bill had, the decorated career that Bill had, um, it's beautiful. And the things he's learned, the opportunities he's had, the people he's managed, the communication, the motivation that he can put onto people in his team is one of the reasons why he's successful. Attributing a little bit to, not as much, but attributing a little bit to his MBA in finance, which I'm also thinking about getting. But I don't know if the things are the same today. I dropped it in his brain. I said, listen, like today, what would you do? Things are different, man. The cost of living is not the same. You cannot buy a house. You can't buy the things you want to buy. So I'm dancing between how deep do I delve into and dive into my career, right? Committing multiple hours versus do your job, earn a high income, and then invest outside. I'll try to get more answers. I got nuggets, and that's all you can expect really from a mentor. So I'll keep doing my research. But what I want to talk about here is what these next few years look like for us, for me, for you. Continue to ask the right questions. Continue to put yourself in those tough positions. I think I have to manage a team. I have to manage somebody. That will be good for me. That will be good for my growth. That will be good for the people that I get around. Um, I believe that I'm going to. Ooh, I'm going to have my PTT, my Plan Talk Thrive with my supervisor. And one of the questions I'm going to ask him is, what do I need to work on? What do I need to work on? And two, uh, what other opportunities do you see for me? You know me, right? What opportunities do you see for me about the year that you think I could be successful in, or that I can, that hey, like, this is something that like comes around once every short period of time. So this is something you should dive into. We'll see, man. I really want, and I hope people who have success or are striving to success, they get it. They get it. They get it. It's not that I'm obsessed with um, the money or obsessed with the title at all. Really, if I was obsessed with the title, bro, I would. want to be the manager, be the supervisor. I would want the title, VP, district. Director. I would want those titles. It's not about that. It's about the game. I'm obsessed with the game, and I don't want to play this incorrectly. I say that because, as some of you guys know, I was an athlete growing up, right? Specifically basketball. And with basketball, I'm kind of treating my career. My career is learning from my basketball career. As a basketball player, when I got good at what I did, and that was probably from age probably 19 to 23. I had 4 years where I was low key unguardable to to good players. Like, you won't have trouble guarding me, for real. But I didn't have, how I say, the reach that I wanted. I was more skill oriented, skill based. Wake up early, work out, work on your skill sets, get shots up, work on your handle, work on your moves, work on finishing. Make sure you get shots up at night while you're doing engineering during the day. I don't want my career to be that way. Right, keep my head down, not see who's walking around me. I don't want my career to be that way. So, I'm trying to lift up a little bit and work with people. So this video is all over the place. This video is all over the place. I say this to say I don't trust my company to make it successful, but I have to invest in my company to get the most out of it. I do think that I want multifamily homes, so I'm putting that out there. I want multifamilies, minimum multifamilies, right? 2, 3, 4. And I will think about apartments. The more south, the better, truthfully. But it's the game. It's the game of success. If any of you guys have played um, role playing games, you know what I'm saying. You have skills. You have an attack level. You have a strength level. You have a defense level. You have a magic level. You have a fire making level. These games. It's not about being obsessed with, oh, I'm stronger than you. I want to be better. I just want to be better, and that's okay. That's okay with that. And if you don't understand that, and you take it as like a kind of just be happy where you're at, then we're not playing the same game. We're not playing the same game. No, it wasn't. I can't lose my skills, but I have to perfect what I don't want to do, truthfully, to round myself out a bit, or meet people that I need to meet, and that's being part of groups. Leading a few guys, managing teams. I need that. I need that. I need that. We need that. Keep working, man. Keep working.